I'm joined now by a two-time Super Bowl MVP turned social media influencer, Eli Manning. Eli, thanks so much for taking the time today. Got to talk about your Twitter presence. You finally got on Twitter in your post-playing days, and you are thriving in this space. Do you ever think like, man, I should have gotten on here sooner?
Not at all. I think I got on at just the right time. I think if I were playing, it wouldn't be as fun. I think you'd have to be a little bit more serious. You couldn't, you'd have to respond to after games, and I think being a kind of a 40-year-old retired man, you can kind of tweet whatever you want, and that's, I don't do anything serious. It's more, me falling down or funny things about my kids or my family. So just kind of showing that I live a pretty normal, just, I guess 40-year-old life trying to raise, four kids.
Right? Yeah, you've got your hands full with the kids. And, I think a lot of Giants fans out there are kind of almost like, wow, this is a side of Eli we didn't get to see. I loved your tweet recently where you just totally roasted Chris Sims and just said, I forgot he played football. How did Chris take that? You guys have a relationship, of course.
I've known Chris a long time. We came out the same year, high school, getting recruited together, around the same time, kind of, both looking at Texas, where he eventually went. And so we've had, had a long, relationship and, semi friendship. I feel, he still has, roasted me probably 10 to 20 times more times than I've gotten him back. I've made one shot at him. He's probably made 20 shots at me at least. So but that's all I needed. Just one little zinger. It made me happy.
Hey, you landed a good one there, so I got to give you credit for that one. You and Tom Brady, you guys have also had some back and forth publicly on social media. Of course, he was never able to defeat you in a Super Bowl, but he did just recently win with Tampa. Did you guys chat at all after his latest Super Bowl victory?
Yeah, I sent Tom a text just congratulating him and really just saying how not surprised but impressed with what he was able to do this year with Tampa and changing teams, going a shortened season, lockout and pandemics and everything going on, and to still learn a brand new offense and make those adjustments and go win a championship is pretty spectacular. So I've known Tom a long time, and it was just really, just wanted him to know that, I was impressed along with a lot of other people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got a lot has been made about on the field, you guys going up against each other, but off of it, I know you both have a lot of respect. And, looking at the fact that he was in New England longer than you were with the Giants your entire career, and can you imagine, had you not retired, going to a new team and winning a championship immediately? How much change comes with that?
Yeah, and I think that's the impressive part, and one of the reasons I did retire is that I didn't want to make that change. I didn't want to have to move my family, start all over, go to a different organization where that maybe does things different than what you've been doing your entire career. And his, almost 20 years you've been doing something one way. What if it's different? What if you can't make those adjustments, or coaches want you to do things that you're not used to doing? So there's so many what ifs, but obviously, he was able to go there, implement some of the things that he's had success with, but also make those changes and learn, grow as a player, as a teammate. And so, just a lot of respect for Tom, and not just this year, but his entire career.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, retirement, that's a big change. This last season was your first season in full away from the NFL. When you first made that decision to walk away, there's obviously the off season, a lot of time there. But when the games are being played, was there ever a moment that you were kind of like, man, I want to be back out there on the field, or I wish I had stayed one more year?
I think you obviously miss aspects of it. You miss the locker room. You miss that camaraderie with your teammates. Having 53 guys that you're going to see every day, go compete with, that you're going to prepare with, just that structure. And you're so used to that, kind of doing it your whole life, that you miss those aspects of it. But there's certain parts you don't miss. You don't miss waking up on a Monday morning with injuries and soreness, and the amount of time and preparation it takes to to get mentally prepared for a game, let alone the physical aspects of it. Handling defeat and a tough loss. Those are things that eventually wear you down a little bit and can get tough to overcome. So ultimately, I think I made the right decision. It was time to retire, to move on, and kind of see if there's any other interest that I could jump into that will keep me busy.
I gotta know, how do you spend your time these days? I saw you went skiing recently, spent a lot of time with your kids. Are there activities or things that you've been able to do that you've wanted to do but couldn't because of, football or contractual restrictions in that regard?
I went skiing one time when I was 9 years old and never went again until I was 39 years old, basically. And so it wasn't something. I grew up in New Orleans. It wasn't like skiing was, right around the corner and you can just pop up on a mountain and head down. So, there's a lot of things that we living in the Northeast that my kids wanted to do, their friends do. So I wanted to take them skiing and get them involved in that, and so I'm happy now that I can join them and learn some of these things with them. So I'm just kind of keeping it simple. They'll bypass my skills very soon. So I'm glad Charlie's only 2 years old, so I still got a few more years to kind of learn with him. But a lot of it's just spending time with my family and able to do some new adventures. My dad and I just kind of doing these new commercials for barbecue guys. And I think that's kind of what you did this past year with this pandemic is you're outside, you're grilling, you're hanging out with your family and creating those great moments just with family and close friends, kind of what you're allowed to do. And I think that's obviously a great reminder of what's important in life.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned this Barbecue Guys campaign. You and Archie are serving as the company's first ever brand ambassadors. I love the title, Chief Commercial Making Guys. I want to know what these pitch meetings are like. How do you come up with these concepts and who takes the lead in these creative meetings?
I think obviously anytime you can do something with your dad, it's fun, and especially when you team up with another company that you believe in their core values. It's a product that you use, and obviously my dad and I, they're Barbecue Guys is a company out of Louisiana. We've known about them for a while, but we felt they've been a great secret, and we felt it was kind of time for us to let the world know about our little secret and what Barbecue Guys is doing and grilling and outdoor living. And so it was fun, to do these commercials and to team up with them and be the commercial making guys.
Retirement life is treating you well. Eli, congratulations on all the good things coming your way on Barbecue Guys. Looking forward to watching that unfold. And thanks so much for taking the time today.
Thanks a lot. A lot of fun being with you.